and I'm really curious how everybody is doing. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it? Yes. I'm Jill Hoyrep. I'm your host. I am a psychic healer. I help you not only clear your energetic blocks that are keeping you stuck in your life, but I help you tap into your intuition. So, hi, Esther. Good to see you. What we're doing today is called the Zap It Up. The Zap It Up show. We do it every week at this time on Sunday. And we're using our trusted black tourmaline today. I was creating a video the other day and it literally fell down from up top and smacked me on the head and it really hurt. So just letting you know that our crystals can talk to us. Hi, Gay. So good to see you guys. I just really want to hear how everybody is doing. Oh, thank you, Estha. I'm still adjusting, and I just sent out a little bit of a newsletter about that. So just curious how everyone else is doing, what things are happening for you, what you're experiencing, and that type of thing. It's really is different every day for us. So I was channeling this morning and my guides were reminding me to, really be gentle, with myself and allow for that shift and that adjustment and, to be proud of myself for the things that I have been accomplishing and things that I have been doing. So I keep hearing also that downtime is so important. I know it's probably like an oxymoron right now since we just have all this time and we're in isolation or quarantine or social distancing and all that stuff. However, the bigger message here is if you think about how your life was before, busy, scurrying around, going here, going there, tap into what's happening now for you, what this difference is. I haven't been too affected because I'm kind of a homebody and, I like being social on my terms and things like that. And I never could understand why people were so busy all the time. Granted, they're moms with kids and jobs and all that kind of stuff. So let me know if you're relating to this at all. There's a different energy coming in as we are in this forced quiet time, this forced downtime, this forced solitary time. And what's happening is we're able to see our life a little differently. We're able to see like maybe where we were spending energy that really is, I don't want to say not good for us, but like not useful or not healthy or not really what we could be doing. So I don't know if anyone is feeling more like fulfilled now versus before. I'd be really curious to hear about that. Esther says, I'm awakening, raising my vibration so much. Yeah, I don't, when we're stuck like this, that's all we can really do, right? Is go within, is maybe deal with things we haven't been dealing with in the past, literally because we don't have other distractions. We are able to just sit and do it and be with it, right? So that's happening for a lot of us right now. We're in Pluto retrograde too, which is all about like the old wounds and healing that shadow part of ourself. Oh, and we are going to do a healing on that. Sorry, I meant to do it last week. So we'll do it this week. I think there's a full moon this week too. So we'll do a Pluto full moon. Okay. We'll do a release. We'll do a healing to start unraveling all of that energy surrounding. Can everybody else hear me? Cindy, somebody tell Cindy to go back out and come back in. If she can't hear, I'm assuming everyone else is hearing me because you're commenting on things I'm saying. Hi, Katie, welcome. Lena's here, feeling lighter today and more energetic. Awesome, Lena. I'm happy to hear that. Hi, Emily. I'm happy you're here too. I don't think I've seen you here before. Emily's found getting good energy from the earth has been helping, gardening outside, my horse, etc. Yes, and a lot a lot of grounding and being in nature. Really, I find, like, I'm not a gardener. I have zero green thumbs, as you'll see, but there is something about that can be meditative about digging in the dirt, or taking a walk, or hugging a tree or something like that. Estha's feeling more fulfilled now. Terry's feeling good. Linda's hearing an echo. Thanks, Gabe, for helping Cindy. It's not coming across as very loud. Oh, you know what? Let me try one thing, you guys. Let me try one thing, because how's that? Let's see. Is that making a difference for anybody? When I had the sound canceling software on, I think that's when we have problems. Let me know if it's any different. I don't think I can go out and come back in. I can grab my headphones though and see if that makes a difference. So let me know. Echoey still? Bigger echo now? Oh no. So there wasn't an echo before, and now there is an echo. Okay, how is it now? I guess I don't have to worry about, and still an echo? How about now? Hold on. Hold on. I've got a creak. Now you have an echo, still a low echo. Sheesh. Hold on, one more thing to try. Oh, well, I am on a new computer. Echo chamber, what does that mean to me, Linda? How do we get rid of that? How do I get rid of an echo chamber? So the other thing we can do is I can leave this system and just go onto the page, because I don't know quite how to troubleshoot it when I'm in there. Is this better? Hello? How's my echo? Okay, good for Estha, great for Linda. Well, I think you're saying great. You guys, I'm all worked up. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let's get some hydration. Yeah, how's the echo now? Is like blinking. Let me know. Now you can't hear. Now the sound is low. Guys, what's going on? Sound went lower. Cannot hear you at all now. What? So how's this? I've unplugged the thing. Livable. Linda says it's livable. We don't want just livable. We want the best. Okay, well, I want to do this right, you guys, as we start heading in. So how about we stop all this and I'll just meet you over on Facebook on the page. Does that work? Better for some, good for some? Tell me now. How, because otherwise we'll stop. So if you are still having sound low issues or not hearing me, log back out of the page and come back on. And now you're all better. Okay, good. So I don't have to wear these because I'm not in that. Okay. Okay, good. Better. Okay, Carmelie says, hi. Hi, Carmelie. I haven't stopped working during this time, so I felt a difference. Haven't felt a difference really, but I'm struggling with a very good friend. Things that I apparently hadn't noticed about her before are making me not want to spend time with her now. Oh, Carmelie. Yeah. Yes. I feel you and hear you on that one. That has been happening to me lately too. I'm louder. Earbuds help. It's good now. Good here. Well, the earbuds weren't plugged in just a second ago, Katie, when everyone was saying it was good. So I'll continue. Shall I continue? We're going to do a quick clearing rather. We're still getting our our amethyst in, but we're going to use our black tourmaline for grounding. Okay, unless I hear a shriek of somebody where it's awful, and if you had left and come back in, oh, Katie saying her earbuds help. Okay, good. Thank you for the clarification. Madeline can just about hear me. So if you are still having hearing trouble, then maybe leave and come back to maybe refresh it. Otherwise, I'm so sorry. I'm getting continue on from the majority of everybody. So we've started our zaps lately. Well, as of last week, we started to do a little bit of a clearing first, and we're using black tourmaline, which is a grounding. It's a grounding crystal. It can dispel negativity and things like that. So I'm going to start. We're doing this due to the situation, the world events right now is why we decided to start doing. Why I decided to incorporate a little bit of a clearing first, and our first one was last week. Simply because, well, honestly, it was because I needed it, you guys, and I figured if I needed it, you might need it, and I just feel like it's a good way to at least get a little clearing every week, so that we can kind of start fresh, right? Especially before we start putting out our intentions, okay? So, my earbuds make it better, your earbuds make it better. So if there are issues, put on your earbuds. Is that what you're telling me? Sorry, guys, I don't like it when this shows. Okay. All right, so let's do a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's kind of get all centered up here. And tune in a little bit. If you know of something like, so Carmelie, for you, like releasing that friend or releasing the energy of confusion around that friend, allowing the energy of it to unravel a little bit. So maybe you become a little clearer. That's your intention for the clearing. So if you know of something that's bothered you this week or been bothering you, or something that is coming up because now Pluto retrograde and like working on wounds or something like that, your shadow stuff, then just kind of be aware of that. I'm not asking you to go dig into it and feel it and investigate it. I just want you to notice it and just kind of, I'm going to say, like, put it in the bucket to be released. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Hi, Seema. All right. So I'll just hold this here so we can tune into it a little bit. All right. So we're thinking about something to release if you have something. Otherwise, the intention is that whatever is unuseful, stagnant, old, unnecessary, or not helping us, we are going to release that. And I'm going to have you breathe in through your nose. And when you exhale out through your mouth, you're going to imagine that thing releasing if you consciously know of it. So let that go a little bit. So I on my end, I'm just facilitating and I'm just calling out to all that stagnant energy. Some of it I'm seeing, some of it I'm nudging a little bit so it actually, can get its act together and hightail it out of there, release from you. And, what's interesting is I'm not feeling a whole lot, which is good. So you guys must be automatically kind of clearing or not holding on to things as much. So it's really good. Katie's still working on releasing my reactive self, becoming more conscious. Perfect. So is that, is the thought process I showed you, is that helping with the reframing and recognizing? And if you're new and you see me moving my hands, it's because I'm muscle testing and we're tuning into the energy and working with the energy. So yes, I'm waving at you too through those ways. All right. So let's go ahead now. That's all done releasing. Let's pull in this black tourmaline. And this is actually where the amethyst is going to be coming in as well. I didn't grab it today though. So as this black tourmaline ray of energy light comes down through the top of your head, it's mixing with this really beautiful amethyst, okay? And it's it's weaving itself, they're weaving themselves together for a really beautiful, like it's a combination. I'm hearing the word today of uplifting. It's an uplifting from the amethyst and then a grounding with the black tourmaline. So that energy weave is coming down through the top of your head and into your body. Keep breathing. And it is going wherever you need it, and down, 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 and out the bottom of your feet. And I always see it going down the arms and out the fingertips too. That's an important part. So remember that part. So we're going down into the earth's core and anchoring that energy at the bottom of the earth's core. And then we're pulling that energy back up, that same energy line, that same energy ray of light healing. Okay, we're pulling up the earth's core energy now. So it's mixing with this black tourmaline's amethyst energy. So it's like an extra dose of grounding. So, that's why they say to go walk barefoot on the earth to ground, is because you're connecting the bottom of your feet with the earth itself. So we're pulling up that earth energy for a little extra grounding and coming back up, all the way up through the center of the earth's core, up the bottom of your feet, up into your body, out your fingers, and out the top of your head. How's everybody feeling now? I'm feeling a lot, I am feeling a lot more grounded. Imagine that. Emily says being in quarantine has quieted the chatter and I feel more in tune with energies. Yes, I think that's happening for a lot of people, especially if you've already kind of been niggling around with intuition or your spiritual gifts or tuning into the energies. Or, I would like to do a survey of all the empaths to see if they're feeling a lot better now, not being out in the world. So, commercial break. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. So, our bodies are what, 70-80% water. So when we do energy healing, we are, shifting and moving a lot of energy as we do this, even though, that was a short clearing and then a grounding, but I just want to remind you to keep hydrated. Okay. I was, you guys know in my private sessions, I'm always telling you to hydrate. Katie's feeling more grounded. Awesome. Okay, so let's start tapping into our Zap It Up. So here's our Zap It Up. We are going to take your intentions and take them through an energetic process that I created and ignite them, expand it, and magnify it. So what we're doing is we're putting the energy, we're like putting your money where your mouth is. I don't know, somebody needed to hear that because that phrase just popped in. So we're creating this energetic support foundation system as we send out intentions. Okay. So there's a part of this too where we're aligning this intention to you. And by that, I mean, you may think because of shoulds or beliefs or whatever, that this is what like I'm dealing with this right now, like this is what you should be doing. And where is that coming from? Is it valid? That's a whole other story about belief busting. But what we're doing is we're getting you in alignment with these intentions, and then we're putting the energy behind it and matching that vibration energetically, and then sending out that matched vibration to the universe where like attracts like, and we're going to be attracting then whatever you're needing in order to manifest what you're wanting. Does that make sense? So I call it the Zap It Up because I would have to have a fun name for everything. Katie's feeling better being removed from society and your job. That was a big one for you. So I don't even see you going back to your job, by the way. Linda's feeling better away from most people. I can regenerate faster, but then I have to get out and mix with people. Yeah, I can't mix now, so that part is not good for me. Yeah. So are you doing any, I don't know if that would even make you feel good, as if you did some video conferencing or something. That could be a way for you to kind of get around the energy. I know people are doing, group calls and all that kind of stuff. Just seeing if anything else comes in for you, Linda. I mean, the other thing, is it is temporary. So, you know, there could be new ways to navigate this as we work through it, and then we'll be out on the other side. If that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and tune into our intentions. If you want to drop them below for group consciousness, then that is just fine. If you don't, that is just fine. We're going to breeze through this kind of quick, and let's just do a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's tap into that intention, whatever it is that we are wanting to manifest in our life, and get clear on what that is, and just kind of tapping in to everybody's energy here. Let's I'm just checking in for alignment and everything. Linda says video conferencing does help, just so I can get into others' energy. Yeah. Madeline says, I'm loving being away from people. I'm doing far more grounding. Perfect. S says, working on abundance and prosperity. Terry says it's not as much fun as being marooned in Mexico, right? Yes, Terry, that is so true. All right. Let's see here. Let's take that intention then, and we're going to we're going to ignite it. So we're like firing it up, turning it on, getting it ready to become alive with this first part of the zap, okay? So one thing I am hearing, and we'll do this more for next time, but I'm hearing about some of us need to get a little bit more specific regarding what that intention is. So when you're saying, so like when we're saying, I know this happened with Lena before. So when we're saying abundance, she added financial abundance in the phrase. So, Esther, let's work on that a little bit for yours. I guess they're telling me to do it now. Okay. So when you're saying prosperity and abundance, let's pick, I mean, they are the same, but let's pick one of those and add something to it. We need to add something to it to kind of specialize it, so to speak. I mean, because you're talking about something that's so broad like this. Let's bring it in just a little bit. So I don't know if you have a specific thing you're working on. So examples of this would be, like a promotion at work, or maybe paying off certain bills, or being able to afford a certain something. So there's a little bit more specifics, and it doesn't have to be that specific, but I'm just using that as an example to get you kind of thinking about what is it about abundance that you're wanting. Are you wanting to be free from the stress of maybe not being able to pay bills every month? Are you wanting, to incorporate excess money after you pay all your bills? What is this kind of almost to the feeling of what you're wanting to create that goes with the abundance or the prosperity, if that makes sense? Gay says, manifest a bestseller book. Yes, already done. Check. For you, right? Energetically, at least. Okay, so let's take this ignite and let's roll it now into our expand. Okay, let's expand this intention energetically to whatever is needed for you, whatever is in your best and highest and matches everything that's going on for you, and start expanding that. And, I always see the expansion, growing I can't really do it with my hand, but growing out in all directions. Okay. And then let's magnify this even bigger. So we're magnifying it. And at this point, we're also sending out those energy vibes, I'm going to call them those frequencies of your intention out into the universe to go match with something, to go match with that, like for Gay, like everything in the process of writing and publishing and getting to have a bestseller book. That's actually a really good example, Gay. Thank you. So you've got all these expanded now and magnified particles of this intention. Okay. So in Gay's case, it's, her writing the book. It's maybe her coach understanding and helping her guide the way through. Then there's editing, and that I'm probably missing something because I haven't published a book yet. And then there's, having it be in front of the right people. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about when I'm saying we're magnifying this and sending it out so the vibrations match whoever, whatever, wherever is needed for these next situations to have it happen. Does that make sense? So we're taking in baby steps these little pieces of it and how it works and how they all build together to create this one intention. We've just broken down, Gay's intention into little pieces. So these little pieces of magnified and expanded and ignited intention are now being thrown out into the universe to connect with what they need to connect with vibrationally, frequency-wise, people-wise, experience-wise, situation-wise, to come back to Gay to create this intention. Does that make sense? That was actually kind of cool. I kind of dug on that because I don't think I've ever broken it down like that before. Commercial break. I just want you, well, I better say that. To talk about slop and water. Okay. Estha, prosperity, luxury. I don't know what that means. So if that means something for you specifically, I would still say to get a little bit more specific than that. I don't know. For some reason today, I'm kind of focusing on baby steps for things. So to break that down a little bit more. Linda says she's expanding my imagination ability, making it bigger. Perfect. That's a great way to practice your clairvoyance too. Katie says I need to match up with the right people to lead me to my right job. Yes, but I don't even see you going back to a job, Katie. So whatever you're doing with your business, like I'm getting to magnify it 5 times. I'll just send a little zap to you right now. There's something, I don't know, for you, I see like a list of, like a to-do list, and there's a consistency behind it. And then you're like going full speed ahead with it. So I also am hearing for you, Katie, there's something about making the decision. You actually need to make the decision, like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to not have to go back to that job. So what does that look like? Draw out your money, draw out your budget. Where can you cut things back? What's the least amount you can make? How could you make that in your different businesses, et cetera? The other thing for you though is once things open back up, you could go do massage in your own business, right? I mean, if you had some dedicated, loyal clients, you could reach out to them and say, I'm going to offer at this price. I don't know how that will work because I know they're in there for the spa experience. So you might have to play with that a little bit. And I don't know if you could set up a spa area at your house or something like that. I don't know. I just see something completely different for you, Katie, to keep you out of that energy. I also, though, am getting, I guess we're kind of doing readings as we do this, just so you know. As you, Kitty, for you, as you're doing this, you could also attract a job, though, too, I'm seeing. Lena says, bills are paid, my needs are met, there's enough to take kids to dinner in Disneyland. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. So you're saying the phrase financial abundance, and then that is what that means for you. So perfect. And that I can feel that matching up with that phrase. So Esther, the only thing I'm talking about for your phrase is like, to me, I looked at that and I didn't feel it. I didn't know what that meant. And I'm talking about energetically and word wise too, but obviously I'm dealing with things on an energetic level right now. So I'm not feeling what that meant. I'm not there's something more that you need in that intention. Terry says, Gay, I have finished first draft of my book and waiting for my editing team to follow through. A lot of moving pieces, step at a time, baby steps. Perfect. Yay, I'm glad you got that done, Terry. Emily's working on more focus for work projects since I have downtime and more focus to touch into my energy. Perfect. Carmelie's intention is to handle these issues with this particular friend with ease, grace, and empathy. And if this friendship is meant to end, to handle that with ease, grace, and empathy as well. Yes. I've had some endings and I'm learning things about myself and I'm realizing, I don't really know how to navigate some of this stuff. And I don't know how to learn how to do it because the people I'm dealing with aren't communicating with me. So it's you're kind of left with nothing. So it's like, okay, then I guess we're done with. So yeah, I can totally appreciate that. Katie says, yes, I can go on my own massage in my house. Cool. And I'm making to-do lists. I want to be a contact tracer as well. I need to stay away from the negative energy. You definitely do. You definitely do. So, okay, you guys, let's finish up the zap. Got a little sidetracked, which is good. So, Estha, for you, since I wasn't really resonating energetically, I couldn't quite tell what it was. I'm just still, you're getting that energetic foundation, okay? So we can talk more about that offline if you want to kind of really suss it out a little bit. But I don't know, I just get the feeling like we're missing a piece or two of what that means, what that looks like for you. So, but I just want you to know the energy of it is still going out there and we can see. Now I'm feeling the energy congruency, but I still don't have the right words. So just so you know, that just shifted. So you're good to go. And I feel like you're getting the right words. So you can tell me what those are later. Yay. All right. So let's just kind of collapse all this and send it out. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And your job is to believe this is happening and be open to the possibilities of however this intention is going to manifest for you, okay? Because I'm hearing it may not be the way you think that it will be. So keep that in mind for as we go through. All right. How's everybody feeling now? We're complete with that. That was different than we've done it before. So that was interesting. They haven't ever, only a couple other times with phrases have the guides said to tweak it, right? To tweak it. So what I'm hearing now, because I've been talking really this whole year about infinite possibilities and doors opening up and a lot of things happening and unfolding for us and being able to create anything we want right now. So there's a specificness that comes with that I'm hearing. I'm hearing about it today. So there's a part of us that really needs to get specific for what we are wanting to create, if that makes sense. So kind of mull that over for next week in case you end up tweaking what it is you're wanting to create. Carmelie says, yes, I've had friendships end as well, but this one is hard now that I'm living where she is and see her all the time. This is the one that I know about, right? That kind of helped you move there. I can't handle the negativity in her attitude towards some things concerning my lifestyle. Okay, so I feel like it's the same one. Isn't that interesting that is unraveling that way? That is really interesting to me. But I also really feel lately, I've been feeling this even more as I've been dealing with the endings of these other friendships, is that, we are really getting, getting rid of. Like things are really leaving our life that don't resonate with us. I think so many of us are taking it to the next level spiritually or on our journey or whatever we're doing, how we're shifting and growing, that we literally don't have the energy for that lower energy or that I don't know what to call it, just the differences or the lack or the inability or something. So that's what I'm picking up just from my own recent situations and like collectively with this energy and the way things are going with the world. And it kind of fits with, being isolated, being more within ourselves, I'd like to call it. Because you're always with yourself, but I feel like when we are out in the world, like not due to world events, we're not isolated, we're not social distancing, we can put our attention on 50 different things or 10, say, and we think that's what our life is. And now it's like laser focus on going within, being within. And that's why I've been talking about this is the best time to start a business. This is the best time to figure out what you're wanting to do and start stepping forward, start those baby steps into that new life that you want to create for yourself. Carmelie says, yes, it's the one who helped me move here and was so excited for me to be here. Now I have a really hard time being around her. Yeah. Yeah. And I wasn't getting that vibe at all when you first moved there either, because we talked about this and we were excited about that. I remember. Well, that's true. Gay says you are the authority of what is best for you to Carmelie. Her opinion means nothing when it comes to your life. That's true. It's a good thing to remember for other people. Yeah. Katie says sometimes these people vibe differently and are taking up space that a better match person needs to be in. And that is, yeah, I'm just seeing if anything else wants to come in. That's really profound, Katie. And that is, it feels to me like when, I don't know, Carmelie, like for you, there was the boundary of all the miles between you. Isn't that interesting? And now, it's all the little things kind of coming out is what I'm sensing for you. I definitely agree with vibrations changing, people not like, if you're a person who grows and changes and does your work, but you're still with people that don't, or they don't do it as much or as often or as quickly as you do, there is a lot of outgrowing, just simply because of time moving on and people moving forward or not moving forward. Very interesting. Awesome, you guys. All right. So, yeah, that was good. Anything else coming through for anybody? And make sure you hydrate. I hope the sound was good the rest of the time. Let me know. Well, too late now. We're done. Hopefully it was. Carmelie says, I know that as well. We do not vibe well anymore. I have changed since the first time I lived there, and she is not. Yep, I'm a different person, and she doesn't get it. Yeah. Well, just know you're not alone in that. You're not alone in dealing with that, and what's going on for you for that. And you'll find a way to navigate it. And maybe that means less contact or no contact or something. And just a little reminder that, because it's hard to end these long-term relationships and friendships, but, there will be more space for someone new, like Katie said. So a better matched person. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Oh, oh, well, I'm reading it anyway. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you were here. This always makes my day and my week when I get to see you and do all this with you. So I'm going to be scheduling the Pluto healing. We'll do one now for the beginning of Pluto, and we'll do a follow-up closing out Pluto. We'll start doing that for every retrograde. And it just so happens we can match it with the full moon, which will be a really good time for release. So that's what's will be coming up this week. And I look forward to seeing you there. And I will talk with you guys again soon. Have a super awesome day. Keep roaring, you guys. I know a lot of places are opening up, so we'll start hearing, if it's one of your places, I want to start hearing reports of what's going on. So my vibe is it's not a good idea, but anyway, I mean, for certain things, for the whole, anyway, I'll be quiet. So anyway, all right, guys, take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.